Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 2019 money and career reading. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. So let's get started now, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or Venus, and see what November holds for you in the realm of money and career. Now, I'm taking the Witchling Oracle cards and putting them over to the side, as well as the Fairy Oracle cards, which I'll be using in just a minute. I'm taking the Good Tarot and putting it behind Believe and Kindness. All these cards are linked in the description box below. And I'm going to be using, I believe it's the Spirit Song Tarot, for your main reading here. This one, the Good Tarot, will be used for your bonus reading at the end. So let's see now, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, November 2019, money and career. Sagittarius, November 2019, money and career. Sagittarius, 2019, money and career. Sagittarius, 2019, money and career. Sagittarius, 2019, money and career. All right. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Sagittarius, 2019, money and career. Sagittarius, 2019, money and career. Oh, fantastic. Well, that one just flew right out. And that is, of course, you shining through, Sagittarius. You are a fire sign energy. You're coming through as the King of Acorns in the Minor Arcana. And you are represented by the acorns, by the wands in the Minor Arcana. And you are represented by the Temperance card in the Major Arcana. Then you are crowned by the Five of Acorns. The Magician. Oh my gosh, I love it. 10 of Feathers, all right. Bit of challenges here. 10 of Acorns, burdens that you are overcoming, but nothing that isn't, the 8 of Acorns, focusing, determination, and the King of Crystal. So you have here a kingly energy to you, which means that you are going to be seen. And when I do career readings, I like to see here it would be crystals and acorns, but wands and pentacles, because that for me, wands represent your career, pentacles represent the money, the financial abundance that you are coming into or that you are embracing. So here you're coming through as a king. You have the Two of Feathers. You're at a crossroads. You're sick and tired of the fighting or the games, the manipulation, the games other people are playing, and you would really just like people to speak honestly. Speak honestly and move forward. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to have that because they're caught up in their own dramas, in their own games. So just be aware of that. The Seven of Acorns, the Seven of Wands, okay, feeling like you have to defend yourself, and the Three of Acorns, the Three of Wands, looking towards the future, looking towards where you want to be, how it is that you want to be moving forward, right? You're defining yourself in a new way, and you are kind of taking back your power, not kind of, Sagittarius, you're taking back your power here, and you're really standing your own. All right, so let's see what your fairy guidance has to say. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Sagittarius, November 2019, money and career. Sagittarius, November 2019, money and career. All right, this card right here, expression, and this one, rejuvenation. You are expressing yourself in a new way and through new power, through new understanding. Excuse me. And you're rejuvenating your spirit. You're standing your ground is what I keep on seeing. I keep on seeing you standing your ground and saying, this is what I want. This is what I'm heading towards. This is who I am. And really not letting anything or anyone stand in your way. You are very focused at this time. You have that kingly energy. It's kind of like, this is my right. This is what I've worked so hard for. And this is where I'm going to be. So Sagittarius, November 2019, money and career. Sagittarius, show me clearly. Show me clearly. Show me clearly. Beauty. Oh, I love that. And energy. There's beautiful energy surrounding you. So we start here with beauty. And this says, when beauty is felt from within, your gorgeousness will glow. And that is absolutely the truth. When you start experiencing and expressing the beauty that you have, or the authenticity of the way that you see things, the unique gifts that you have to offer to this world, you are going to find yourself energized, empowered, and invigorated to move forward. Now, the color that shines through here is red. That's healing and cleansing the root chakra, which will help all your other chakras fall into alignment. But it's also going to be... there's also a weight being lifted off of your shoulders, negativity being diminished within your life, right? Then we have energy. And this says, With limitless energy, you'll achieve more than you ever dreamed possible. Now, this is not only physical energy. So if you're feeling a bit kind of sluggish, or you don't have the physical stamina that you think this card means that you should, it doesn't mean that you have to have physical energy. Though for some of you, you will be graced with this kind of Energizer Bunny, getting things done, moving on to the next task, being really hyper-focused during this time, right? But for others, and for those whom are also, invigorized, what is the word that I'm looking for? Invigorated, and have, tremendous energy to them, you are going to find that you have spiritual energy around you. You have this sense of really connecting with things and really moving forward, forming bonds and making connections that other people don't. So know here, pay attention to the spiritual energy that's around you and the way that your energy vibration, okay, that's really what I'm seeing here. Your energy vibration, the way that you are raising it to increase your productivity, to increase your happiness, to increase what it is that you love. But because you are raising yourself up, this does mean that you will not get along with everybody else that you have to work with, because most people operate from a very low level. Right? They operate from a place of doubt, a place of fear, a place of anger, a place of jealousy. And so if they're down here looking at everybody else and saying, why can't I rise? Look at what you're doing. Look at where you are and say, okay, I might not be where I want to be. Okay. There might seem like there are miles and miles and miles and miles to go before I can rest, before I've met my goals. But know that the determination, especially in November, to get you there is going to be strong. It's going to be powerful, and it's really going to be leading you forward. Now, the color that shines through here is orange. That's healing and cleansing your sacral chakra. And this is also why with your root chakra, we saw Spirit showed me negative energy falling away from you, because the sacral chakra releases negative energy from this life and from past life. So it's usually held within the sacral chakra, and it kind of builds up. So it's any little hurt, any little negativity, and it's also, from past lives. So you can have a really strong reaction to something, and you're thinking, why did I react that way? It was so, stupid. I can't believe I did this, and really start berating yourself. No, it's a past life hurt, a past life trauma coming in. And then once you see it that way, it will be easier to identify the problem and start moving forward, because you are setting yourself free. So listening to a sacral chakra cleanse, I think, is absolutely a wonderful thing to do as often as you can, right? Then we have expression. And this says, expression unleashes and empowers your inner creative energy to flow forth. You're expressing what you want, you're expressing who you are, the desire you have to flow forth and be the person that you want to be. This is expressing yourself, expressing your ideas, all right? Not holding your tongue, not holding back. For a lot of you Sagittarius, you've been holding back something that you've wanted to say, or a way of looking at things. Now, this isn't saying, get into a fight with somebody, or, if you've been having, kind of arguments with someone, now it's time to really let it out. What this is saying is that now it's time to express what you want. And it can be that you simply want things to change. And now you're looking at new job opportunities. You're looking at new ways to move forward. You're thinking of starting your own business. So you're doing that on the side, and you're working your job. And yes, it's going to be exhausting. It most definitely is. But it's going to be something that gets you to the goal that you want to have. And November is all about, this time is all about you setting up the dominoes to be able to knock them down and say, okay, this is where I want to be. To be able to have things kind of fall into alignment, because you have rejuvenation right here. And this says, rejuvenating the spirit will spark the desire to experience the greatness of life, because you're done with the mediocrity. You are done with just merely existing. You want to thrive. You want to live like the star that you are. So now you're moving forward. Now you're embracing this kingly energy that you have. The King of Acorns says optimism and innovation. You are embracing your optimism. You are innovative. You're looking at things in new ways. You're having more creativity come your way. You're having more insights come your way. If you could keep a little notebook around with you, or your phone, and just write down ideas, because you are going to find that for some reason in November, you're inspired. Little bits of inspiration are coming your way. And by writing down those ideas, for some reason, it's just going to be a highly inspirational time for you. And as you write down those ideas, as you look at the bigger picture, as you start making the outline for what you want to create in your life. Now, this could be actually wanting to create something, a painting, a book, music, something like that. Or it can be wanting to progress in your career, wanting to get that promotion, wanting to move further and farther than you have. And now you're starting to see how. You're starting to put together the pieces. So writing down those little notes and then seeing how you can kind of link everything together, or link your ideas together, is going to be highly beneficial to you during this time. With the 7 of Acorns, right? This says here determination and stamina. You feel like you have to defend yourself. You feel like you have to justify who you are and where you're going, and you have these great ideas. So people are taking note of you, your creativity, your innovation, the way that you see things, the way that you are moving forward, your passion for your work, for your career. All right? They're seeing you. Even if they don't say it, they definitely are taking note of you during this time. And the Seven of Wands is kind of like you still feel that you have to justify yourself. You have to earn your right to stand where it is that you have to, do all these things. And right now Spirit is saying, step back, because your energy is going to be focus so much better and with so much more prosperity on you doing what you need to do, instead of having people see or having people understand what you're doing. So it's kind of like, leave them behind. Who cares about them? Because you're working on something so much greater. And they won't understand, because they'll think, oh my gosh, you're showing off. Oh my gosh, Sagittarius, you always think you're better than us. Or, you can't just be a team player and stuff like that. And people do these nasty little things to make you doubt yourself, to make you doubt the way that you're moving forward. Yes, you have to get on with people, most definitely, in a work situation. But you also have to stand your ground and know who you are and know where it is that you're going, and not get caught up in the pettiness. Because with the Five of Acorns, there's doubts, there's fear, and there's office pettiness. There's gossip going around that you don't want to be a part of, right? This says challenge and growth. There are challenges that are coming your way that are going to have you grow. But when you're in them and as you're going through them, you're not going to feel as if they are nice at all, or as if they have any way of helping you. But these challenges that you are going through, now they can be external with gossip and betrayal and backstabbing and just, petty meanness that you thought you had left behind in high school, right? And it can also be internal, where people say little mean things that make you doubt yourself, that make you question yourself, that make you look at what it is that you're doing and go, oh my gosh, should I change who I am? Should I change what I'm focusing on? Should I, look at things differently? And there's going to be this self-doubt that comes in, because there's such a tremendous energy for change around you that as you use it, it's challenging you to push the boundaries, right? But when you have people criticize you, especially in November, when you have people criticize you, when you have people point out your flaws, you're going to internalize them, because this is going to be part of your growth and your change. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, are they right? Is there validity to what they say? This would be an excellent time to have somebody to kind of bounce ideas off of, or somebody who grounds you. They're going to come through as the King of Crystals, somebody who you respect within business, or who you respect, who's like your grounding force. It doesn't have to be that they're in the same business that you are. They could be your partner. They could be, a friend. But there is this sense here, okay, that I'm seeing with this triangle right here of the King of Crystals, the King of Acorns, and the Magician, and then this triangle here with the King of Crystals, the Five of Acorns, and the Magician. This King of Crystals is going to be your grounding force. Now, again, they don't have to be pentacles, okay? They don't have to be earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? There we go. I was going to say Taurus, Virgo, Pentacle, but that doesn't make any sense. They do not have to be, an earth sign energy. This is just somebody who's very grounded and very grounding for you. This is somebody who you really enjoy having around, sharing ideas with, bouncing off things with, and they help you move forward. Now, here with the Five of Acorns, you have this chaos, the Five of Wands, you have this chaos, you have these questionings, you have these challenges coming in, and the growth that is coming, and there's a part of you, Sagittarius, that's just going to want to get up and scream at everybody, leave me alone, stop it, I can't do this anymore, what the heck is going on? And that's because you're at a crossroads. And this says decisions and directions. You are at a crossroad and you're seeing where it is that you want to go. Now, it can be that work life is absolutely hunky-dory. It's perfect. Everything's going great. But home, there's arguments, there's chaos. There is a sense of you feeling drained and overwhelmed. With the Two of Feathers, know that you are at a crossroads. Know that you have to see where it is that you want to be. You're kind of stepping back, looking at things. Because I really do feel that there's a third option that isn't really seen right away. But it's kind of like, okay, so in the Two of Swords, she holds her hands like this, or he holds his hands like this. And the swords make a V, and those are the crossroads. Well, it's kind of like you take the swords and you unfurl them, and you cut away the negativity. That's what Spirit is showing me here. So it's like you are using almost kind of like a scissor, but it's kind of like some sort of advanced martial arts move. Yeah. here where you are saying, you know what, no more. And you're doing so with power, with focus, and with determination. You're making your own road. So 2 roads are going to be very clear for you and very clear to you. You're going to be like, oh yeah, okay, I totally get it. It's A or it's B. I got this. But then there's another language that comes in. There's another road that comes and just forms itself where you discover it and you think, oh my gosh, I didn't know that was an option. So here, don't let the frustration, because it's going to try to, don't let the frustration make the decisions for you. Because if you do, you're going to miss an opportunity that's coming your way. And it can be very subtle. I'm not saying that it's going to be shout from the rooftops, anything like that. And it might come over time. It might be set in motion in November and then come over time. But know here it is coming, right? Because you are completing a cycle. When it comes to the 10 of Acorns, the 10 of Wands, this says responsibility and dedication. You're responsible for your life. You are, all right? And you're dedicated to living your life the best way, to moving forward the best that you can. But there's also going to feel a responsibility. You're also going to feel a responsibility to taking on other people's burdens, to taking on other people's problems, to saying, oh yeah, of course I can do this. Oh yeah, of course I can do this. At work, at home, and you're going to burn yourself out. So if you're not careful at how you spread yourself or what you focus on here, Sagittarius, you will spread yourself too thin and it will become too overwhelming. And it's going to be like enough is enough. And you're going to see that you just kind of walk away from the blessings that are coming your way in November. Then we have the 3 of Acorns. This says foresight and exploration, right? You're looking towards the future, the days, the weeks, the months, the years to come. You are seeing your responsibilities. You are seeing what you have kind of built your life around and built your life towards and everything that you are moving forward to. And then here with the 3 of Acorns, you're looking at the future. You're going to see something that comes along your way that you hadn't expected, or you think, oh my gosh, that's just a silly thing. It couldn't possibly be, anything that I need or anything that's really good for me. And then you're going to find out that it is. Or, oh my gosh, that doesn't mean me. And then you're going to see an opportunity open up where, yes, it is for you. Okay, so don't write anything off really quickly in November. Kind of sit back. If somebody offers you something, say, okay, I have to think about it. And then think about it, because there's something that's going to come along where you're going to think, no, that I just have too much on my plate, or that's just not right now. But if you step back, if you think about it for a little bit, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, no, it'll fit in beautifully here or there. So there's something that comes along. And especially if you're carrying the burdens of everybody else, there's going to be an opportunity that comes your way that you're just going to miss. It's just going to pass you by. And then you're going to be really, really ticked because you'll wind up seeing it later on. The 8 of Acorns, all right? This is energy and results. Everything is changing, okay? Everything is changing. You're going to see that things start to change, and then you have things start to move forward. You're going to feel a restlessness to you. It doesn't even have to be that things start moving forward yet in November, but you're setting things up for things to move forward, and there's a restlessness to you. There's a questioning. There's a discovery. And as things change, as you're seeing this discovery, as you're seeing things fall into place, or the puzzle pieces come together, you have the 10 of Feathers, which is recovery and transformation. The 10 of Feathers is the 10 of Swords. That's the man laying on the ground with 10 swords in his back. It's overkill. It's too much. It's like, oh my gosh, enough is enough. So here, with the 10 of Feathers, there is a need to kind of step back. Step back and look at the situation. I know, you're going to say, Dane, if I'm prostrate on the ground, if I'm laying on the ground with 10 swords in my back, how am I going to look at the situation? Okay? But it's kind of like it's kind of like rewinding things before you get the 10 swords in your back. But it's even looking at the place where you are, where you feel overwhelmed, underappreciated. You feel like you're making all the sacrifices in the world and nobody understands, right? And it's seeing what you need to do to move forward. This is the darkness before the dawn. This is I want to scream and scream and scream. I am frustrated. Nobody sees me. Nobody hears me. Nobody is understanding the way that I want to move forward. I don't want to be where I am right now. Or it is, I have this energy around me that is saying there's something greater. There's something more coming. Even if you're loving what you do and everything seems to be just falling into place, there's going to be a time in November where you think there needs to be more. That I need to be working harder. I need to be focused harder, on things. I need to be more determined, more this, more that. You're going to make yourself insane if you do that. You're going to take away all the joy. The darkness before the dawn is the time of really thinking, learning, and seeing, of really understanding where you need to be and how you want to move forward. It's going to take time, yes, It's going to be uncomfortable, yes. But it's going to show you the ships are coming in. It's going to show you the greatness that's moving you forward. And it's going to show you that you don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to sit there and have people see that you are doing the right thing or you're heading the right way. Kind of, you know what? Even if they don't see you, that doesn't matter. And what's so interesting is that at the same point, with At Your Heart, the King of Acorns saying they see you. They hear you. You are that actor upon the stage. You are that power source. There's a feeling that they just don't. So even though people are taking note, you're going to feel, Sagittarius, that they just don't understand. They're just not seeing, and you still have to fight harder. So there's a bit of an exhaustion that comes in November. Yeah, most definitely. But it comes because you're completing a cycle. You're seeing the darkness before the dawn. You're knowing, okay, this is kind of like the last leg of the journey before mentally things start to fall into place, before I start to see the results of everything I've worked for. And then with the 10 of Acorns, it's taking your career to the next level. It's taking your passion, your creativity to the next level. But that cannot happen if you always put everybody else's needs above your own and you don't spend the time that you need to on what it is that you are creating and where it is that you want to be and what it is that your soul is screaming for. I need this, I need this. And if you ignore it, because there's always free will here, if you ignore it and say, okay, yeah, but I'm so busy, it will fade away till it comes back around, till the cycle comes back around again. It says, okay, now is the time. Now is the time to act. Because the cycle has ended, the challenges are becoming more bearable. It doesn't mean that it's easy by any means, because life is not easy, but they become more bearable. And then you have here the King of Crystals. Earth sign energy, courage and commitment. You're committed to your courage. You are committed to moving forward. Earth sign energy towards Virgo Capricorn is going to help you. There's a change that comes and leads you to the sense of you're a king of your prosperity. You're the actor upon the stage, and people see that you know what you're doing. People see that you're very good at what you do, right? Monetarily, there's power around you. Passionately, creatively, work-wise, there's power around you, right? And this leads to the Magician. And the Magician says willpower and creation. You have the willpower to enforce creation, to enforce the creation of what you want, to stand before the existence of you, to stand before the altar of your existence, to know what you desire and say, this is who I am. You have the power of magic around you. Now, I'm not talking about hocus pocus. I am talking about your heart's desire. I am talking about what your soul wants, right? The fact that the God's head lives within you. And now it's time to turn inward. Because everybody thinks, okay, if you turn outward, if you go to the external, you will find it all. You'll find it in another person. You'll find the answers in another person, in a new job, in a new this, in a new that. Sometimes the answers come from within. And sometimes those answers, most definitely, I mean, believe me, I've been there, are, okay, you have to leave. You thought you would be able to be here forever, but you can't. You're slowly and steadily sucking away your soul's happiness, sucking away everything that you are by staying put and thinking that you're doing the quote-unquote adult thing by living, what, in quiet desperation? No, if you're living in quiet desperation, it's time to look at things differently. And it's time to take back your power because you're the magician. You are the magician. You are forging your way. And you have the magic within you to learn your truth and to move forward in it. That brings you to the Two of Feathers. There's going to be a sense here that you always thought things had to be one certain way, black or white, and, kind of like text upon a page, had to be clear and written out. And you're going to find that you're a bit of a rainbow, tie-dyed, page that has stars sprinkled all around it and glitter shining. You're not going to be going the way of everybody else. Now, if you're saying, okay, Dane, you know what, stars and glitter and everything like that's not me, then how do you envision yourself? If you just had to describe yourself in color, in an abstract way, what is it that you want to be? And then you don't fight anymore. Don't fight to fit in. Don't fight to be what everybody else has expected you to be. This isn't falling away from your responsibilities and saying, okay, that's it, I'm joining the circus. It is saying, how is it that I move forward? What is it that I desire? And it's knowing that truth and moving forward in your confidence. And so how here, Sagittarius, do you move forward in the confidence of your truth and not let doubt hold you back from embracing the next stage in your journey and embracing the magician's power? Actually, that's better. embracing the magician's power. How do you move forward in confidence and not let others hold you back? So you embrace the magician's power. How does Sagittarius embrace the magician's power and not let others hold him back? How does Sagittarius embrace the magician's power and not let others hold them back? Show me clearly, 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 show me clearly. All right, fantastic. That is where the cards fell, so that is where we're going to stop. At the center of everything, Sagittarius, of course, is the Queen of Fire. That's you, as the Queen. So you come through in the main part of the reading as the King, the actor upon the stage. In the secondary reading, you come through as the Queen. Behind the scenes, you're going to be much more comfortable embracing your own internal power, knowing where you stand from being behind the scenes. You don't need everybody to see it. You don't need everybody to understand it. You just need to move forward in your power, and that's what you're doing. The Five of Air is the Five of Swords. Again, it's just like it's just like the Five of Acorns here. Doubts, fears, apprehensions from other people come through. There's a sense of fighting. This could be fights that start off as something small and become something big. This can be, fighting within yourself, thinking, oh my gosh, how do I move forward? So know that you're going to be crowned with a bit of chaos. And I know nobody wants to hear that, but just be prepared for it. And this chaos is going to come as you kind of fight for your freedom, as you fight for where you stand, what you want from your money, from your career, that the way that you are etching out your existence. Then we have the King of Air. This is, of course, an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, an Aquarius, magician, and the 10 of feathers here. This is what it's above. So the King of Air is knowing your mind, knowing your power, right? There's a mask over his face. So your thoughts are going to be a bit hidden from other people. People aren't going to feel as if they know exactly where you're coming from. Kind of keep it like that, because you are embracing your internal power and you're seeing the darkness before the dawn. So you need to step back a little bit. Again, you have here a balance of masculine and feminine energy, of being the actor upon the stage and the director behind the scenes, but you have strong kingly presence within this reading, meaning that people are taking note of you. Then you have Call, which is the Judgment card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. You are hearing your calling. You are moving forward. You are embracing yourself. You are kind of rising out of a coffin and why I say coffin is because the Judgment card is literally rising out of a coffin. People are rising up as the angel blows his trumpet. So here it's kind of like you are stepping into your power. And there's a part of you that had been on autopilot, that had been existing. And now, because this is above the 10 of Wands, now that you are embracing your power and your truth, now that you are standing where it is that you want to be, and you are looking at what you desire, you are finding yourself more stabilized in your truth. And if you take on the burdens, again, of everybody else, if you start to have everybody else's wants and needs and desires meaning more than your own, you're going to set yourself back here, Sagittarius. Then we have the Seven of Earth, the Seven of Pentacles. You've planted the seeds, now it's time to wait. Everything is about to bear fruit. Everything is about to move forward the way that you want to. The way that you want it to. Now, again, know that this is in divine time. So when I say everything is about to, it might take a bit of time, most definitely, for things to move forward in the power that you want, to move forward in the way that you want. We have here fire sign energy and air sign energy. So I would really look at the fire sign and air sign months that we are coming into, the ways that you step into your power, you come into your own at those times, right? Right now we are in the Scorpio time period, and of course we are going into the Sagittarius time period. So I would say the Sagittarius time period is going to be very, very, very impactful to you. And then the Aquarius time period would be the air time period afterwards. That is also going to be another time period that's going to be very impactful for you. You're going to see fruits of your labor start paying off, start moving you forward. This can be in a very, very small way, or it can be in a very big way. I know everybody wants big and fancy and everybody looking at them, but sometimes the smallest things are the most powerful. And then you have the Ace of Air. This is God's source spirit. However you see the divine, the universe, this is your subconscious message, handing you a gift of knowledge. You are most definitely taking it. It's a gift of knowledge, a gift of clarity, a gift of insight. Your mind is astoundingly sharp during this time. You're brilliant, all right? And by utilizing the air sign energy, your sister sign is Gemini, all right, Sagittarius. So there is a sense of you having this tremendous connection with the way you communicate with people, with the way you can kind of pull people in, the way you can find out truths, all right, and see behind the words that they are saying. That's going to be very powerful. That's going to be something that you're very good at during this time. And your subconscious message for this whole entire reading is the Four of Acorns, the Four of Wands. This says comfort and community. This is being comfortable. This is being happy. This is the Minor Arcana marriage card. So this is a success akin to a marriage, a celebration akin to a marriage, a time of really sitting there and saying, wow, I didn't think I could get there. I didn't think this was ever going to happen. But now you are celebrating. This is also new job opportunities coming your way. This can be moving house, but this is a celebration with family and friends and those who you just adore. So make sure subconsciously, your subconscious is saying, make sure you take time to celebrate, because that's where you need to be. You need to be in a place of celebration for November, because everything is changing. And by taking advantage of these changes, by not getting caught in the traps of other people, you will have so much to celebrate, and you will have set in motion things that you have been working a lifetime for. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness, and may harmony always be with you. Bye.